Hi guys, good afternoon to everyone. Welcome back to another video with Pratham Test Prep. This is your host Sanjeet Bhatia again with a new video on your legal affairs for your CLAT and AILET of 2022 and 2023. Right, so all the students who are preparing for this, I always recommend all the students to go for at least 13 to 14 months of legal affairs because you don't know what the mentor who's setting the paper is looking for. So definitely having a better interactive with the GK for at least 2 to 3 months prior to what is being prescribed is always better, right? So before we move ahead, I would all request you to please hit the like, share and subscribe button because that is better for all the people who are making the videos for their motivation. And also do hit on the subscribe button so that you can look at all the videos that are coming up continuously on this channel. Right now, also, if you are looking for any help, you can definitely give us a call on 5 times 9 75392. If you are looking for free material, quizzes, and updates on what kind of sessions we are holding, you can definitely give us a join in on CLAT@Pratham, which is our Telegram channel. You can come, join, and get the materials for free for last 2 years, right? So that is definitely will be helpful for all of you who are preparing for all of these law entrances, including CLAT, AILET, SLAT, MHSET, LSAT. All of these exams are covered in the group. Okay. So coming to the next part, what is the first news for the day? Now, the government has appointed JB Mahopatra as the chairman of CBDT, right? That is Central Board of Direct Taxes. Okay, so this the chairmanship. Now, chairmanship can be important. Now, you can see that as it is a important board for taxes, that is why it is important to understand and learn the name of this person also. As you don't need to understand what is the background of the person, but you can still read it as it is written here that he has been given the charge of the additional charge as CBDT chairman, and the charge was taken up by PC Modi, right, which was ended that month itself. Okay, so before this, what was he doing? He was a principal chief commissioner of income tax of Andhra Pradesh and Telangana region, right? So this is not very important. So this kind of a news here, you have to understand that chairman for the CBDT is important to learn, right? The name of the person, what is the post he is holding, that is it. You don't need to go ahead on the third level of knowledge, right? Just the second level of knowledge is enough. Don't go to the third level because it will not be useful. So now what is the third level of knowledge here? That what is the person that he's taken over the position from, or what was he doing before taking this position of chairmanship in the CBDT, right? So you need to make sure that you need not learn all these things. Just learn the name and what post he's going on and what is the person's designation. That's all. You don't need to learn more than that anywhere. Okay. Coming to the next part is Government of India has appointed GS Pannu as officiating president of ITAT, that is the Income Tax Appellate Tribunal. Okay, so that is a very, very important place because a lot of income tax cases and raids and all these things keeps on happening in our country. So it is a very, very important tribunal. So GS Pannu is presently as the vice president, but now will be officiating as the president of ITAT. Okay, so now she's a CA and has joined the government service in 14 September of 2000. And before joining ITAT, she was a practicing chartered accountant in Delhi from 1986 to 2000. Okay, very important position, very important person. You should remember this. Coming to the next part is Tamil Nadu has increased the reservation for government jobs to 40. Now women will get reservation in the government jobs till 40%. Now 40% is a high amount of reservation, but it is increased from 30%, which was already higher. Okay, now the state government will bring necessary amendments. At is a news from a month or before that, so definitely they might have brought up the changes. You can look through the internet for those changes. Now the government is providing the horizontal reservation, right, while filling the vacancies through the Tamil Nadu Public Service Commission and Teachers Recruitment Board. So you need to understand these are very, very important reservations that they have done. Okay, coming to the next news for the day, that is that temple land grabbing become a cognizable non-bailable offense in Tamil Nadu. Okay, so anyone who's seeing this from Tamil Nadu, you can see that if someone is grabbing the land which is given for temples, then definitely the encroachment of property for belonging to the religious institutions is a punishable offense and a non-bailable offense. So definitely very, very important. Now there are about 5 lakh acres of properties belonging to over 40,000 religious institutions, right, under the control of HNR and CE department. Another bill adopted by the House was sought to reduce the land grabbing in the area. Okay, now this is also something that you can see is very state specific, can be important but might not be asked in the CLAT examination. But this kind of a question can be important for your AILET examination, that which state has recently gone in for making the land grabbing as a cognizable non-bailable offense in Tamil Nadu. Okay, so that is something that you need to definitely make sure that you learn this. Next news is that Karnataka government has passed a bill to ban gambling or betting. As we have read this news a lot of times earlier also, you will remember this. I have done this news a lot of times in the live session itself, in our legal affairs session a long back, also 2 months back, I would say. Now you can see that they have passed the bill and it is a law now. So the Karnataka government has passed the bill by the Karnataka Police Amendment Bill to ban online gambling or betting across the state. Okay, now the imprisonment is of 3 years and a penalty of 1 lakh rupees. Now they were also banned online games, both the internet and the mobile, that involves any kind of betting or wagering. Okay, now it is banned virtual currency or the transfer of funds relating to any game. So they're trying to curb the betting and wagering industry in the state, which is definitely, I would say, a good move, or also you might say a negative move for a lot of people, but also a good move because a lot of houses get destroyed because of gambling. A lot of people destroy their lives because of gambling. So definitely there has to be a cap that has to be drawn on it. Complete ban is never the idea, which is the right idea, but definitely sometimes the governments take harsh steps towards these things, which is also important. Okay, so coming to the next part is the constitutional amendment. No, we'll read about Supreme Court, the faster system that is being given up by Justice NV Ramanna. Faster means fast and secure transmission of electronic records. This is basically for important for all the prisoners who are there in the prison. Why? Because their jail records have to be sent, right? If their release records have to be sent to them, that now they are being released. So that is something which will be really important for someone who's there in jail. Okay, so all the people who are stuck in jail, for them these systems are being sent electronically, which will improve the system of jails, and the people will be released faster, and there will be an easy transmission of the newses and all those things to the jails itself, right? So this is a very, very important news. You will read about more about faster, and it is used for transferring e-authenticated copies from prison, from courts to prison. Also, NV Ramanna has told all the governments, instructed state governments and union territories and prison departments to make sure that they have the proper arrangements to accept the e-authenticated copies, right? Which is really, really important. And you see how easy it will get, right? Your copy is being sent to the jail, you can get outside from the jail, and you're done. If you have seen recently, or if you don't know, there is a rule that at a point of time only they open a certain amount of letters that they get at before a point of time, then only those people are being released out of jail. So that also happened in recent Aryan Khan case, that he was at 2 o'clock in the afternoon on a Sunday, right? Why did that happen? Because the jail order has to be sent via post, and it reaches before 2 or after 2, whatever their timings are. But there is a particular timing for that also. It cannot happen during all the time, but when it is electronically be sent, so there is a lot of flexibility that you will find in such a scenario also. Now coming to the next case, that is the Supreme Court has dismissed the center's plea to postpone women's entry into NDA, right? So National Defense Academy. So Supreme Court has rejected the plea of the central government to postpone the entry. Now the just bench was led by Justice S.K. Kaul, told Additional Solicitor General Aishwarya Bhati that it is difficult to postpone everything by a year. Okay, so Justice S.K. Kaul was also one of the chief guests and the chief of honors for the recent convocation at NLIU, which I also attended. So that's something that is very interesting to read. Also, now it is refused to modify August 18 interim order that allowed women candidates to appear in the NDA examination and the Naval Academy examination and to train at the National Defense Academy. So this is a very, very important news. Now it is also postponed the matter for the third week of January of 2022 to issue further directions which might be needed in the case, right? So very important, very good case that you might read, and there can be certain scenarios that might come up from this case itself. So definitely do give it a read. It is an important fact for your CLAT examination also. Okay, so do make sure you are reading it for CLAT at least. Coming to the next part for the day, that is the Supreme Court employee cannot insist to transfer to a particular place, right? So employee cannot insist on transfer to a particular place, right? If you are an employee, you cannot tell your employer or insist on employing employer to transfer you to one place from the another, right? So this is what was ruled by the Supreme Court. Now this was while observing a petition by a lecturer who has challenged the petition in October of 2017 order of the Allahabad High Court. Now the Allahabad High Court has dismissed the plea which she had filed against the rejection of her representation by the authority concerned from a transfer from Amroha to Gautam Budh Nagar, right? So that's what has happened in this case. She didn't take a transfer, and she said that employee can't insist on transfer to a particular place. That's why the Supreme Court has said that. Coming to the next case for the day, that is the SC orders railway to pay compensation if train runs late. Okay, ये हमारे देश में शायद हर ट्रेन लेट जाती है, but definitely the Supreme Court has said that if they are Supreme Court has slammed the Indian Railways with the delay of running trains in order to pay a compensation of rupees 30,000 to a man who missed his flight because of the delay, right? So man was put through much inconvenience because of the delay in the running of the train. And also the Supreme Court has observed that the days of competition as well as accountability, right? So obviously the railway should be held accountable. If public transport has to strive and compete against the private players, they are required to improve the system of their working culture. The passengers cannot be at the mercies of the authorities or the administration. One has to accept the responsibility. That's why the court has slammed that compensation fee on the Indian Railways that has to be paid to the person who was affected by it. Okay, so it's very, very important. Coming to the next part, that is the deity is the owner of the land attached to the temple. That is what the Supreme Court has said. And the priest cannot be treated as the Bhumi Swami, that is the owner of the land. Now the priest holds the land just for the management of the property of the temple. Now the Supreme Court bench noted that the ownership column only requires the name of the deity alone, because deity is as a juristic person is the owner of the land. Okay, so Bhagwan hai owner land के जो temple के side में है, right? The priest is only the caregiver. He is not the Bhumi Swami. That's what the court has said. Now the occupation of the land is also by the deity, which is carried out by the servant or managers in the behalf of the deity. Thus the name of the manager or the priest is not required to be mentioned in the column of the occupier, right? So this is really, really important. Now you can also see that this kind of case can also be asked in CLAT examination also. Now the Goa became the first state in the country to give free water to people. So that is also some amazing news coming up. And also I've heard and read somewhere that Odisha is also one of the states which provides you can drinking water from the tap. So that is something which was really mesmerizing for me. You guys do comment, is that true? If you are watching this from Odisha, definitely. Chief Minister of Goa, Mr. Pramod Sawant, has announced that the Goa will become the first Indian state to supply water free of cost to its citizens to consume up to 16,000 liters under the Safe Water to Get Free Water scheme. Now, this scheme was launched under the household of Goa will not be charged for water consumption up to 16,000 liters. It is expected that 60% of the households in Goa will get zero bill. So now definitely Delhi is not the state which gives you free water. Now Goa has become the first state in the country to give free water to people because Delhi is a union territory. Okay, so chaliye. Coming to the next news, Himachal Pradesh became the first state to administer first dose of COVID vaccine to 100% adult population, which is a great landmark for any of the states. They say that they have a consensus of on 2011 it was said that there are 47 lakh 681 people of 18 plus of age. Now the health department is completing the second dose of vaccine, and they said that they will be done by November end. So till now they should be done by vaccinating all the people with the second dose of COVID vaccine in Himachal Pradesh. Coming to the next part is Nagaland has announced the plan to attain 100% literacy by 2030. That is something which is really really important, and they have said the minister who is Nifu Rio has said that Nagaland SDG vision of 2030 will leave no one behind, and also they are trying to attain 100% literacy to provide short, medium, and long term strategies to attain 17 sustainable development goals, including quality education. Right, so that's a great initiative which is taken by the government of Nagaland. These kinds of questions can definitely pop up. Okay, India became the first Asian country to launch plastic pact. Now, the new India has also developed it with the Worldwide Fund for Nature India, but WWF India, in collaboration with the Confederation of Indian Industry, which is CII, right? So very important. Government of Madhya Pradesh cleared 27% reservation for OBCs in recruitment. You know Shivraj Singh Chauhan in Madhya Pradesh. He is the chief minister, and he has directed for direct government recruitments and OBC quotas. Now this has increased from 14% to 27%. So there's a 13% increase in the quotas for OBC in the direct recruitments in Madhya Pradesh. Chaliye, coming to the next news, Mexico Supreme Court has decriminalized abortion. So if you're looking for abortions, the Supreme Court has decriminalized abortions in Mexico. So definitely that is a great step. It now prevents women from being prosecuted for abortion. Now San Mario voted to legalize abortion in referendum. This is one more country which has gone towards abortion, and they around 77% of the voters were in favor, though turnout of the vote was only 41% in the tiny country. Okay ji, chaliye, that is it for today guys. So I hope you were able to gain some more knowledge about these general knowledge issues that can definitely pop up in your GK in the CLAT or AILET examination. So do make sure that you are subscribing to the channel, hitting the like button, and also don't forget to hit the bell icon, right? So do take care of yourself, keep your mask and sanitizers intact, and also maintain the social distancing. We have found the new variant Omicron in Delhi also, so do make sure that you are staying safe wherever you are around the world. Okay, do take care of yourself, keep preparing, keep smiling, stay healthy, and also see you on Wednesday with a new video on a new topic. And also you can comment below what all topics you're looking forward to study. We will be definitely making sure that we are studying them together. Okay, bye bye guys, take care. Hope to see you all on Wednesday again with a new video and a new topic. And I am also looking for value added topics. If you are someone who's interested in different examinations around the country, you can definitely drop it in the comment box, and we'll be happy to help you, all of you. Okay, thank you guys, bye bye, take care, and thanks for joining the live session.